martial arts group is training under the guidance of a young, experienced, and creative instructor. Whenever the instructor encounters a social or educational problem, he chooses, as a way of explaining the situation, an original legend of his very own. This time, the instructor talks about the legend of the mini sweet potatoes as an allegory in favor of defense and self-confidence. In the faraway kingdom of Sweet Potato lived good-hearted and simple people. The kingdom was ruled by King Tato, a loving and generous king, and his only daughter, Princess Betty. Betty's beauty was well known throughout the land. Due to the success in growing sweet potatoes and their exquisite taste, the kingdom grew very rich. Life in Sweet Potato had never been better. That was, of course, until that evening when violent villains swept into the fields and brought disaster upon the land.
This is unbelievable. I can't believe this. 30 years I've been growing sweet potatoes, and nothing like this has ever happened. Nobody has ever stolen or wrecked the fields this way. And now they're telling us we need guards. That's unheard of.
Prince Malicious III, a prince from the nearby kingdom of Okra, sent his thieves to steal and destroy the fields in order to offer his own protection to King Tato, and in return, receive Princess Betty's hand in marriage. But a mysterious wanderer by the name of Loyal was going to interfere with his plans. The wanderer arrived due to the rumor that the Sweet Potato Kingdom was in dire need of assistance. In the sweet potato fields, he met Princess Betty and laid before her his own plan to save the kingdom.
Loyal?
Yes, Loyal.
Loyal, what a strange name.
And your name is?
Betatuela, but everybody calls me Betty.
Just like a little sweet potato.
Oh, please don't remind me of the stolen sweet potatoes.
With all due respect, Your Highness, if the villagers had known how to defend themselves, then Mel's strange suggestion of a wedding in return for defense would have been rejected out of hand.
What exactly are you suggesting?
If His Majesty, King Tato, would issue a proclamation that all the mountain villagers must obey my commands, for I can teach them how to defend themselves and drive off those violent villains.
Well, I don't know. These farmers are just simple villagers.
I need only 40 days, Princess Betty.
And you'd be willing to quit all your travels just for us?
For you. Just for you.
By order of King Tato, the villagers gathered to learn Loyal's self-defense methods.
Fighting stance!
Hey!
Ajima!
Hey!
You must always look into the opponent's eyes. Duck the blow. Duck, 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 duck. Ajima!
Hey!
Ajima!
Hey!
Duck the blow. Duck, duck, duck. Ajima!
Hey!
Look into the eyes. Don't be afraid of the punch. Hey, hey, hey. Ajima!
Hey!
Good.
When Prince Malicious heard of the wanderer training the villagers, he ordered his head of thieves, Harm, an elite martial artist, to penetrate within the villagers and to make believe to be one of them.
Arrow kick. Raise knee, straighten leg, fold back to fighting stance. Ready? Ajima!
Hey!
Ajima!
Hey!
Ajima!
Hey!
And now, the bow kick. Knee raised from the side, straighten leg, and back to fighting stance. Ready? Ajima!
Hey!
Ajima!
Hey!
Ajima!
Hey!
Following orders, Harm penetrated the rows of the villagers and waited for his first chance to attack and destroy Loyal.
Very good. And now the time has come for combat games. The aim of the game is to combine all the kicks, holds, fists, and special movements that we've learned into a chain of defense. Who wants to go first? Very well. Note that before we begin the games, we bow to one another as a sign of respect and assurance that we'll abide the rules. Ready? Ajime!
Loyal, using force only for self-defense purposes, subdued Harm. However, he gave him a chance to escape. Harm, who believes in the use of force in order to damage others, chose to continue fighting.
Harm didn't do a lick of harm. So now it's time to attack again. And this time it's for keeps. Okay. We are going to fight now. Today.
Ajima!
The rumor of the big fight reached the palace gardens. The villagers fought for hours upon hours against the force of the attacking thieves, and Princess Betty's heart was torn with worry. In order to protect the mini sweet potatoes, the villagers overcame the wicked thieves of Prince Malicious. The thieves were surprised to discover that the villagers had let them flee. Prince Malicious, whose marriage to Princess Betty was now at stake, sent a note to Loyal inviting both him and his fighting force to a meeting in the Sweet Potato Cave. The aim of the meeting, as written in the note, was to reveal the true identity of the thieves. The sweet potato force was surprised to see the Prince of Okra with his well-armed villains. Loyal understood that the wise thing to do was to surrender. Malicious jailed Loyal and the villagers in the sweet potato cave and spread a rumor throughout the kingdom that they had disappeared. The villagers did not know their left from their right out of fear. Loyal understood that only by strengthening their spirit and sense of security would they be able to find a way out of the sealed cave. Now let's imagine that we're strolling in a beautiful flower garden. The sun is shining, the sky is clear. There's a fountain in the middle of the garden. Can you hear the water? The water splashes softly and gently into the basin. We now go and sit on a bench near the fountain. We're calm, easy. The fragrance of the flowers is sweet. The breeze strokes our faces, and the whisper of the water from the fountain wraps us in serenity. Through the meditation that Loyal taught them, the villagers were able to notice things that enabled them to find a way out of the sealed cave. They followed the sound of the wind until they came to a tiny opening between the rocks where the wind was blowing through. They could hear water flowing through the crack in the rock. Using all their might, the villagers managed to enlarge the opening and squeeze through into another and bigger part of the cave. There they saw a little forked stream. One fork flowed into an unknown darkness, but rays of light beamed over the other. Loyal and the villagers followed the light and came to the mouth of the cave. In the palace gardens, the preparations for Princess Betty's marriage to Prince Malicious of Okra had already begun. The villagers, led by Loyal, suddenly appeared and revealed the terrible plot of the Prince of Okra. King Tato banished Malicious from his kingdom and offered Loyal to replace the wicked prince as Betty's fiancé on her wedding day. Loyal revealed his true identity as the prince of the Artichoke Kingdom, who had disguised himself as a wanderer in order to reach Betty's heart in a modest yet brave way. The children in the training area, excited by the legend of the mini sweet potatoes and the positive message within it, returned to their practice happily.
Ajime, Ajime. Ajime, Ajime.